It was one of those steamy Salem nights when the air clung to your skin like a damp sheet and trouble seemed to lurk everywhere. Brady Black sipped his third whiskey at the Brady Pub Bar, peering into it as if it held the answers to his endless troubles. He didn't want company, but Fiona Adams found him. Fiona, a new Salem transplant, had a strange past as intriguing as her whirling tattoos. Her easy smile and wild streak had already troubled the predictable town. She entered the pub confidently tonight, staring at Brady with a knowing look. "Mind if I join you?" she asked, sliding onto the stool beside him before he could respond. Brady looked at her, astonished by her candor but too sleepy to care. "Yes, why not?" Fiona requested a tequila neat. Leaning in, she watched Brady's face. "You look like a man thinking." He sipped whiskey and shrugged. "Do we all?" "True," she said, raising her glass. "But you look like someone who needs a distraction." Brady snorted. "Distraction, trouble, it's the same." Her laughter was contagious and dangerous. "Maybe, but sometimes adversity is necessary." Brady smiled for the first time that night as they clinked glasses. He was drawn to Fiona despite his better judgment. After an hour and several beers, they were seriously inebriated. The tavern was emptying as daylight approached, but neither of them was ready to leave. "Do you ever do something you know is bad?" Fiona inquired as she mumbled but kept her eyes open. Brady chuckled. "You're talking to the bad idea king." Her naughty smile shone. "Then let's go crazy." Naturally curious, he asked, "Like what?" Fiona leaned forward, her breath warm against his ear. "Break into the Salem PD." Brady retreated, staring in amazement. "Are you serious?" "Why not?" she said, beaming. "I mean, it caused you enough grief lately. Don't you want to see their dirt on you?" Brady pondered it, liquor clouding his usually sharp judgment. He was plagued by the Salem PD for years, waiting for him to slip up. Retribution, even in a small, dumb way, seemed attractive. "That's insane." He's shaking his head. "Even for me." Fiona mocked. "But you're thinking about it," prodding him with her elbow. He laughed, unable to deny. "Yes, maybe I am." "Come on," she said, getting from her stool and taking his hand. "Live a little." Before he could resist, she pulled him out of the tavern into the crisp night air. He felt untouchable as the wine buzzed in his veins. The feeling was dangerous, yet he couldn't resist. They laughed as they staggered around Salem like teens sneaking out after curfew. A strange silence had replaced the town's regular activity. Within their bubble of wild recklessness, they felt like the only two people in the world. Fiona grinned at Brady like a cat with a mouse as she removed a bobby pin from her hair at the Salem PD. "You ever pick a lock?" Brady shook his head, eyeing her with curiosity and fear. "Can't say I have." "Then you're in for a treat," she remarked, going to the side door lock. He saw her fingers move quickly despite the alcohol in her system. With a faint click, the door opened within minutes. Fiona stood up, triumphantly smiling. "After you." Brady hesitated as the gravity of their situation dawned. After Fiona smiled at him, he grinned back, the thrill of the moment erasing any doubts. As they entered the deserted corridors, darkness swallowed them. Only the exit signs illuminated the walls, throwing deep shadows. They felt like they were in a rule-free planet. "Where are we going?" Brady whispered softly. "Evidence room," Fiona muttered. "There's the good stuff." They easily avoided surveillance cameras as they moved through the facility. They entered the evidence room after Fiona again did her magic with the lock. The room had case-numbered boxes and bags on shelves. Fiona searched the cartons, her eyes bright. "Looking for what?" Brady asked anxiously, eyeing the door. "Anything interesting," she said, taking out a little bag of tablets. "Like this." Brady's eyes widened. "Fiona, return that." She threw the bag on the table, laughing. "Rest assured, I'm joking. I don't steal." "What are we even doing here?" he said, realizing their circumstances. "We're having fun," she replied, taking his hand and tugging him close. "Remember fun." Brady grinned. He hadn't felt this alive and reckless in a while, but part of him felt they shouldn't cross this line. "Let's get out of here," he remarked regretfully, "before we're caught." Fiona softened as she gazed at him. You're right. This was stupid. They silently left the room and returned to the side entrance after she put the evidence back. As they left the building, the crisp night air hit them like a slap, fading their adrenaline boost. As they caught their breath, the truth of what they'd done hit them like a frigid blanket. Brady stroked his hair, saying, "That was insane." Fiona's raucous laughter filled the empty streets. Yes, it was. They walked back to the pub, silently realizing they'd crossed a line, but didn't regret it. When they reached the pub door, Fiona looked at Brady with mischief. "I'm glad I met you tonight." "Me too," he said, smiling. She leaned down and kissed his cheek quickly. "We should do something insane again." She vanished into the night before he could answer. Brady watched her leave, still excited about their adventure. He should have felt guilty and scared about what they'd done, but he just felt alive. For the first time in a while, Brady Black felt free to live his life without consequences. As he returned to the pub, he wondered if Fiona was the kind of problem he needed.